Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1127, and today's topic is the scientific discovery of Chandrayaan-3 on the surface of moon, that is called lunar surface. Previously I have already delivered one lecture on the success soft landing of Chandrayaan-3, that spacecraft by Indian space scientists. Today I am going to discuss in detail the scientific discovery, mainly the chemistry of different type of discovery like sulphur, oxygen, titanium, calcium, magnesium, manganese, etc. How they were discovered. Actually, this discovery is done by Vikram and rover. Vikram landed on the surface, and the word Vikram means is a Indian Hindi name, or we can say Sanskrit. Vikram, Vikram. Actually, this word is derived from Sanskrit, means energy, and also this Vikram Sarabhai was one of the top space scientists in India. So that's why the word Vikram is given to that lander. And from that Pragyan rover came out, and that on the surface, by the movement of that Pragyan rover, discovery was done. And the word I have already told you in the previous lecture, Chandrayaan. Chandra means moon, that is the Indian language. So mooncraft is the translation of Chandrayaan. And this Pragyan rover, which did the discovery, and it was on the basis of spectral studies. Lot of spectroscopic instruments were fixed to do the chemical analysis, and all those spectral studies I will be discussing one by one, that how they did. So first thing is that in general I am going to explain, so that let people understand that what type of scientific analysis was done. So this spectroscopic, all these techniques were used, and here when I say spectroscopy, means there are two conditions of spectra. One is called emission spectra, and other one is called absorption. So with the help of these two spectral technique, the different elements were discovered. Emission spectra means where certain wavelength or frequency is emitted when the electrons are excited in the atom, when the energy is supplied. That is called emission spectra. Absorption spectra means when the electromagnetic radiation which is produced by the instruments which are fixed with rover, and how these matters on the surface of the moon, they are going to ionize. So ionization will take place, and with that ionization, the elements will be analyzed by one that is known as alpha or gamma bombardment spectra, by production of X-ray, by formation of fourth state of matter, that is called plasma state. Actually, they did main work by creating the study of plasma state of matter. So what is plasma state of matter, that I will be discussing, but before that, what is happening if any matter or substance absorbs the electromagnetic radiation. So if any metal is absorbing any electromagnetic radiation, because all spectral study was done on the surface, that is lunar surface, we call it moon surface. It's due to spectral studies, and our rover CHANDRYAAN was fixed with different type of spectroscopic instruments to do the analysis. So first thermal analysis was done. Means first that instrument measured the temperature on the surface of the moon. It was 60 degrees centigrade temperature, and it was having the device to dig up to 10 centimeter deep. And when it was dig, that was very surprising thing is that once it dig up to 8 centimeter, temperature became minus 10 degrees centigrade. So it means there is a drastic difference on the surface of the moon. The temperature, it is in positive, that is 60 degrees centigrade. When there is some shadow of light, that was on southern part of southern pole of the moon, because first time any man is landed, that is India, and that is Vikram lander. So first reporting is that they observed the temperature. So temperature was 60 degrees centigrade on the surface, and with that when there was little digging up to 8 centimeter deep, it became minus 10 degrees centigrade, 8 to 10 degrees centigrade. So it means inside the moon, it is very, very extremely cold in minus temperature. That is drastic difference on the surface and deep inside moon. After that, they started electromagnetic radiation produced by your alpha particle bombardment, and in that case electromagnetic radiation with high frequency was bombarded on the surface of the very focused surface of the moon, that was dust particle or rock particle, and then plasma was created. So before plasma was created, let me tell you what is happening. Once absorption of electromagnetic radiation takes place by any matter, there are three types of energies associated with matter. One is rotational energy, second vibrational, and third one, that is electronic. So once any electromagnetic radiation is absorbed by any rock, by any dust particle, whether it is moon surface or earth surface, there will be change in three types of energies which are associated to that particular matter or substance. First, once the matter or substance will, its rotational energy will change. It will start rotating. That is called the rotational energy will be changed. When electromagnetic radiation is more, the intensity is more, then it will start vibrating. Vibrational energy of that matter will change. And once the more frequency, means the shorter wavelength, the high frequency of electromagnetic radiation is bombarded to that matter, electrons will be excited, and electrons will jump from lower energy state to higher energy state. For example, if electronic energy means when electron is here, ground state, it will be jump from lower energy state to higher energy state. From here it will be jump to here, and then after some time, once the radiation is reduced, it will again come down to ground state. And in that case, laser beam was focused, that is laser beam. Laser beam was produced by rover, and to that particular focus, to that particular area it was focused to create the plasma, the fourth state of matter. So what are the fourth state, what is plasma state of the matter? That is very important, because only after creation of the plasma state, then all the discovery started. When they all became in ionic form, all the from the atom or from the element, like aluminum, like titanium, like sulphur, like oxygen, anyone. Once their nucleus and electron, they were separated completely. They became ionic form, and that is called plasma state. Plasma state is fourth state. You know that all the matter, they are in three states. One is called solid, then liquid, and then gas, and fourth is plasma. Plasma state of matter means neither it is solid, nor it is liquid, or nor it is gas, but it is a different state. And let me show you the very simple example of plasma state here. Let me just see here. When I am putting this matchbox light, this is plasma state. This yellow flame is not gas, is not solid, is not liquid, but this yellow flame, what we have seen here, is actually plasma state. This is smoky, is gas, but this is the plasma state, because everything is in ionic state. This is the best, simplest example to demonstrate the plasma state. For example, in sun, when we are talking that there the nuclear fusion is taking place, lot of light nucleus means hydrogen is combining, and that fusion is taking place, and huge amount of energy is released, and that energy is coming here in the form of ultraviolet, infrared light. But in sun, everything, since temperature is so high, just like laser beams, the temperature is more than 400-500 degrees centigrade, even into millions of degrees centigrade. So in that sun core, nothing is in atomic form. They are all in plasma state. So the whole sun is nothing, but it is plasma state of matter. Because at that temperature, atoms, molecules, they cannot remain same like atom, remain same like molecules. They all will be knocked down. So what happened here? Plasma state means with the help of laser beam, all those first, like this nucleus for example, first, second, third, fourth orbit, KLMN, and all electrons are here. If you want to convert this atom into plasma state, you have to knock down all the electrons from here. So first you will supply the energy. The weakest one will be the outermost, because the one which is far away from the nucleus of the atom will contain less energy. So it will be very easy to make electron free out of positive influence. So it will be knocked down and you will get one electron. This is called free electron. Then remaining three, it will carry positive charge. Then again this will be free. And finally, when all the three electrons are free electrons, then only nucleus will remain. So this state, after laser beam, when it was bombarded with laser beam, all those atoms, they became in plasma state, positive ions were created, and lot of electrons, they became free. And with this plasma state, the analysis and discovery was done, and first discovery, what they did with this formation of plasma state with different, that is spectral instruments, and one by one spectral instrument I am going to discuss each one, because here I am just giving the basic concept that what type of chemical instrumental study was done for the discovery of different elements. So first discovery was done on the surface, first time, that is sulphur. Sulphur is discovered by spectral study of the Indian rover, and that was on the basis of spectral study by the laser bombardment converting into plasma state, and they found the large quantity of sulphur. So this discovery of sulphur, before they mentioned, the NASA and other scientists, Japanese, Chinese, that there is sulphur, there is titanium, there is oxygen, there may be water, there is water, but it was all from outer orbit, from outer space, not on the surface. On the surface, first discovery on south pole of the moon is sulphur. And discovery of sulphur indicates so many things. First thing, it indicates that there may be lot of volcanic eruption, because wherever there is lot of cyclone, volcanic eruption, disturbance, then there will be deposition of sulphur. Sulphur will come out. So that gives the clear indication that in that area, particular area where rover did this discovery, lot of volcanic eruption is there, and lot of big holes are also there, they have found, and it's very clear because of discovery of sulphur. Then the second discovery they found, that is oxygen. And you know that on the surface of the moon, there is no atmosphere. There is no oxygen in the atmosphere. So this oxygen is discovered from the rock and dust of the lunar moon particle and rocks, and it is found in combined form, in the form of oxides. And the very important oxide they found, that is they are combined with silicon. That is, so this oxide is found in the form of silicate. Silicate means it is combined with silicon dioxide form, that is called silicate. So this combination, when the analysis was done, it is found that it is very rich in oxygen in the form of combined oxygen with metal, with silicon in the form of silicate. So if it is released, it is extracted from all those combined form of oxygen. That oxygen is enough to keep 8 billion human beings of today's population for 100,000 years on moon. So this is very positive point. Now NASA has started since April, some 4 or 5 months before, how to extract the oxygen on the moon from silicate. So after this sulfur and oxygen discovery, and then they went one by one, by formation of plasma, they discovered some different type of elements, and those elements I will be giving one by one. And here I have given the names of that Chandrayaan-3 instrumentation, which is given in Indian language and very classical, that is Sanskrit language. And many of the foreign students, even in Nigeria, many of them, they ask the question, what is the meaning of all this? So that I have just simplified to the best of my knowledge and sincerity I have given here. So number one, the Chandrayaan-3 is Indian spacecraft, that is lander ship, is named Vikram. They gave the name to that Vikram, and the name symbolizes in Indian language meaning courage. So the Vikram which landed on the surface of lunar surface is Vikram, and in Indian language it is symbolic form of the language, and Vikram means it is courage in English translation. Second point is that the Vikram is also a tribute to great Indian scientist named Vikram Sarabhai. So Vikram Sarabhai was the greatest scientist, that is space scientist in India, and the world knows him. He laid down the foundation of Space Research Center, and his name was coined here by his name as a tribute to great Indian scientist and the visionary pioneer of India's space program, that is Vikram Sarabhai. Number 3, Pragyan rover, the one which came out of Vikram and started doing lot of elemental analysis with the help of instrumentation, and that instrumentation is nothing but spectral instrumentation. And those spectral instrumentation I am going to take one by one because these are very typical names, and especially the chemistry and biochemistry, geology students should understand those most modern spectral studies which were conducted during these 12 days, and after that now Chandrayaan, that is Vikram, is in sleep mode, and maybe by day after tomorrow it will be activated. So let us see then again what discovery is coming. That is, so Pragyan rover means, Pragyan is from Sanskrit, that is Indian language, Sanskrit. Indian language very, we can say traditional and Hindu, Indian, the Bharat, Hindustan language is Sanskrit. Many of the even Hindus, they don't understand if anybody will start talking in Sanskrit, because Indian street language Hindi is different from Sanskrit. Sanskrit is more complex and complicated. So Pragyan is from Sanskrit, means wisdom, and responsible of exploring the lunar surface, that is moon soil elemental analysis with the help of spectroscopy. Number 4, Vikram and rover Pragyan landed on the south pole surface of moon on 23rd August 2023, and the landing site was named immediately by Indian scientists and Indian leadership, you can say. The name is given Shiv Shakti Point. The point where it was landed in South Pole is given Shiv Shakti Point. So again, the Shiv Shakti is a divine on the moon. Shiv Shakti is derived from the name of Hindu deity Shiva. Shiva is one of the goddess, Hindu deity, and in his name given is a symbolic. Shiva is the symbolic of power, and that divine power, I am not Hindu, but I can understand, being Indian, that Shiva or Shiv Shakti means is a divine power of femininity, divine, like that. And so it is given Shiva, who is also associated with the moon, means Shakti, the feminine power, and that is divine power. That is all Sanskrit and Indian language names are clear here. In the next lecture, I am going to explain one by one each spectral instrument. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.